One of the greatest struggles in life is the habit of comparing ourselves with others. We often wonder, why is she so successful while I'm not? But we rarely stop to think about the truth. Her journey and mine are completely different. Think of it this way. If a fish spends its life wishing it could fly like a bird, it will always feel like a failure, even though it has the power to swim across the entire ocean. Today, because of social media, this problem has become even bigger. We see the achievements of others online and immediately start to feel like our own life is too small. We forget about our own gifts, our own strengths, and slowly this way of thinking pulls people into sadness and hopelessness. That's why today's story is meant for anyone who has ever thought, "I'll never be as good as them." Listen closely, because every part of this story has the power to shift the way you think. A long time ago, there was a small village near a town, right beside a wide and beautiful forest. In that village lived a boy named Ethan. He was hard-working and kind, but he carried one heavy habit. He always compared himself to others. When Ethan saw his friend Liam getting the highest grades in class, he would think, "I wish I was as smart as him." When he looked at his neighbor Ryan, who was very wealthy, he would sigh, "I wish I had that kind of money." Even when he saw someone running fast, he thought, "Why can't I run like that?" These thoughts kept eating away at Ethan. He became more and more unhappy. His studies suffered. He stopped enjoying the little things in life. Day and night, his mind repeated one thought, "I'll never be like them." One day, a wise old man came to the village. Everyone called him Grandpa Joe. People loved him because his advice was always simple yet powerful. Ethan gathered courage and went to him. "Grandpa," he said, "I work hard, but whenever I see someone doing better than me, I feel sad. It seems like I'll never measure up." Grandpa Joe gave him a kind smile and said, "Come to the oldest tree in the village tomorrow morning. There, you'll find the answer." The next morning, Ethan went to the tree where Grandpa Joe was already waiting. "Look carefully," Grandpa Joe said. "What do you see?" Ethan looked around and replied, "There are so many trees here. Some are tall, some are short, some give lots of fruits, some give none." Grandpa Joe nodded. "Now imagine this apple tree looking at the coconut tree and saying, 'Why am I so short?' Or the coconut tree saying, 'I wish I had sweet fruits like apples.' How would that sound?" Ethan burst out laughing. "That would sound so silly, Grandpa." "Exactly," said Grandpa Joe. "Now tell me, how does the forest feel to you right now?" Ethan smiled. "Peaceful and beautiful. Everything seems just right. That's how life works," Grandpa Joe explained. "Each tree has its own special quality. The apple tree gives sweet fruit. The coconut tree is tall and strong. They're different, but both are important. People are the same. Everyone has unique strengths." Then Grandpa Joe took Ethan to a nearby pond. Fish swam gracefully in the water, while in the sky above a bird flew freely. Grandpa Joe said, "Now imagine if the fish said, 'I wish I could fly like that bird.' Would that make sense?" "Not at all," Ethan answered quickly. "Fish are made for swimming, and birds are made for flying." Grandpa Joe smiled warmly. "Then why do you want to live someone else's life? You have your own path. You have your own qualities. Maybe you just don't recognize them yet. Find your strengths and walk forward with them." Something shifted inside Ethan at that moment. He realized that every person is different, and comparing himself to others would only bring him pain. From that day on, Ethan stopped measuring himself against anyone else. He began focusing on his own skills and his own work. Slowly, his confidence returned. Life started to feel brighter and more meaningful again. A few years later, through dedication and hard work, Ethan built his own business. He became an inspiration for the entire village. Whenever someone asked Ethan, "How did you become so successful?" he would smile and reply, "Never compare yourself with others. If a fish tries to fly, it will always feel like a failure. But if it focuses on swimming, it can rule the whole ocean." And then he would add, "Remember, the sun and the moon don't shine at the same time, but both are important. So find your path, walk it your way. That's when real success comes." If you enjoyed this story, give it a like and share it with others. See you again with another story soon.